didn't push the button fast enough.
Towers of Doom.
Welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster, Muhammad. On the left-hand side, we got the members of the Dread Pirates. And on the right is going to be Nsomnia. This is a heroic division matchup, which means it is the top tier for the Nexus Gaming Series. Still a best of 3. And I'm sure you're wondering, well, this is a best of 3. What maps did we get? What maps were banned? I got you. We have the members of Dread Pirates being the home team this evening. They won the coin flip. They opted for first pick priority. Cursed Hollow and Braxis Holdout were banned out by the members of Nsomnia, as they have map priority at that point. Sky Temple and Alterac Pass were banned out by the members of Dread Pirates, and Towers of Doom is going to be game number 1 here for the members, from the members of Nsomnia. And I can already hear this draft flying, so let's jump into this. I love that was such a good intro. Such a good start. What's happening to the slithering one? Huh? What slithering one? Are you talking about Abathur? What's up, Ghost Dunk? How you doing, bud? I'm very confused. Either way, let's actually get into this draft here, as we do have an Abathur ban and an Ana ban out as well. We have a Nubrak and Zeratul being removed from the game. What did we get, though, for our first pick priority here? Zeratul still being the ban priority as well. Excuse me. Oh my god. I was just like chugging tea as we were getting going. If that's the same Taki in my gold and silver games, he's awful. Can't be the same one. Taki a good boy. But that's going to be a Diablo and a Tyrande right at the start here. Sylvanas on the opposing side, so they're going to be going for a lot of siege pressure with that. Slithering one used to be on Dread Pirates. Thank you so much, Ghost Dunk, because I was just like, I don't have a pet snake. That was like the only thing I could like piece together in my brain. I was like, either way, thanks all for being here. Thanks for joining our heroic games. Also, I doubt they'd be playing in silver and gold, because most heroic players I think are like master and up. I think it's like high diamond, master, grandmaster players. So I doubt it's Taki in your games. Either way, Sylvanas, Malthael, Vala on the left-hand side. A lot of good damage. Vala did have some changes today as well. She, I think, got some health buffs. Caltrops got a buff, but it's Caltrops. So we'll see. I know that there's arguments for it, but at the same time, Ariel will be removed here because they don't want to deal with her with that Vala backpack, providing all that energy. Tyrande Diablo is going to be on the right-hand side here. Realistically, I think you just try and you try and remove the poke. Maybe you take out the Jaina. You don't want to have her with the Ice Lance, is extremely annoying to deal with. Her Ring of Frost combo with the Diablo Apocalypse is very great. Or you could just go into the Water Elemental and have something that goes in and gets a lot of good damage and a lot of good poke, and you're adding a 5th member. But it's going to be Lunara. Actually, Lunara seeing a lot of priority this evening within the Nexus Gaming Series. So Lunara going to be banned out. She did have some changes today, but I don't think they made her ban-worthy here. I think we're seeing some respect bans in a sense, as I cannot get comfy and my back hurts very bad. But let's see here, as we do have these next 2 picks coming out. Tyrande Diablo, I personally say you go for the Jaina, and then they can maybe pick up their solo lane that's going to be going into the Malthael, or they hold off. So Dahaka and Hanzo here. So you got poke and you got your solo lane matchup into the Malthael. I'm a little worried about how the Dahaka will do into the Malthael, but we'll see if it's going to be even something they're going to worry about. Rhaegar going to be jumping into this game, and a Murden as well. Okay, sorry, I just want to make sure that they know that it's a ban skin, because I don't want to have to restart the lobby and do all this. I mean, we don't have to go through draft, but like just to redo everything when we get in the game. No, it ain't worth it. He's our loose cannon. Greymane will round out the draft here, so they're going to be going for a lot of dive. Not going to be playing into that Jaina at all. They're going to be having a little bit of poke from Greymane, who did get a sizable buff, I believe, today. I have to go and read it a little bit more detailed. The patch notes were a little difficult to read, but I just honestly I need to go through the heroes and just read how their tooltips are now. But also, some of those, like, for example, the patch notes said that the Impalers went up by 15, but they actually went down by 15. Because we were looking at it, and it was actually a nerf on Impaler camps. They Their base scaling should have gone from 50 to 65, but it went from 50 to 35. Yikes. The big thing to consider here, too, is going to be the speed boost, or the movement changes that came in today. 0.44 added to the movement speed. Doesn't seem like a lot on paper, but I have been seeing a lot of people in chat, and myself have played it, and it was annoying. Not annoying, but I keep thinking it feels to me like it's super smooth, but it's just a touch fat. Like, it's just a touch faster than you're used to. It's like watching something at 0.25, but just a little bit low. It's a weird amount. Either way, we got ourselves a game. Let's jump into this. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Dread Pirates. Princess is going to be on the Rhaegar. The Lurker is going to be on the Muradin. We're going to be having Sir Stiggles going to be on the Vala. Mystic will be on the Nsomnia, and Bat Murray going to be on that Malthael. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of Insomnia. We're going to be having Jamster on the Dahaka. Battle Jet is going to be on the Hanzo. Wally Snit is going to be on the Diablo. French is going to be on that Greymane, and Taki rounds out the draft on the Tyrande. Let's check out our mid lane as we are going to be having the Sentinel going out. Connects right there. GG. Hit the escape button. Time to go to game 2. No, just kidding. Greymane can now cast Blizzard. I love that one. Movement changes really help Vala. Movement change make a big deal in rotations at high levels of play too. I agree. Mount speed is slightly faster than old mount speed. I agree. I agree with all these things. A lot of people that I talked to who are on teams in multiple different leagues were saying that movement speed, they were just like, well, rip Lucio. And then it was really funny because the tooltip in-game, I believe, says it's 10% increased speed. But if you go onto the website, because I screenshotted it and sent it to someone, it actually says 15% on the website. So not really sure what speed boost Lucio gives. I want to say it's 10%, but the website says 15, so I don't know. We do have that on a pale horse from Malthael, speaking of movement speed and mount speed, so they are going to be able to move a little bit quicker on that mount speed, so they're going to be getting that 20% on top of, I believe, the 30 that they already have mounted. I'd have to double check on that one. Let's actually click and find out here, as they have 130, so yes, 150 mount speed on the Malthael. That's a really, and then plus that extra little bit. I mean, like, as I said, it's just little bits. But also, the big thing to note, too, is heroes like Dahaka, who don't have a mount and can only brush stock and get the speed boost when they move through the bushes, they also are going to benefit from that as well. It's going to be a little bit easier to make those rotations between lanes. We are going to be having double camp pickup here on the right and the left almost simultaneously. We'll see if either of these teams are able to get any of these camps, any of these sappers pushed in. I like chug tea right as we transitioned in this game, and of course I have to burp immediately. But I agree, Ghost Dunk. I think the movement speed changes are going to really change up a couple things here and there. Also, the changes that we had on a lot of these heroes, I feel like, is going to be changing things up. And I don't know if it was just because I'm bad at the video game or what, but it felt like the towers did a little bit more damage to me. I don't know about everyone else, but like, and maybe it's because I'm moving into them. I don't know. It's just, I was playing earlier and I was just like testing out some stuff and I was like, man, the towers feel like they're just hitting me harder. I have to go back and look, but I don't know. I feel like there's a few undocumented changes that came into this game, into this patch here as well, as we just keep getting fire stomps coming out from Wally, and we also have Delurker, who's going to be stepping a little too far forward right there, and French gets the pick. That'll be first blood of the game, going over to the members of Insomnia, as they're looking for a second right there. That's going to be a lot of good damage going out onto the Sylvanas, who gets the Banshees out just in time. Altars will activate in 17 seconds. Murden will be back up for this. Jamster getting in position. Malthael pushing up that top lane a little bit further. Looks like we'll have just about the whole team tapping the well. And let's get our vision set up here for the members of the blue team as we're going into this bottom lane. And we just saw a lot of them setting up in the bottom on the side of Insomnia. What do they go for? We're currently just only seeing their vision on the side of the blue team. Let's do the exact same thing. Let's swap it over and let's see what Hanzo can see right now. They get the channel on the top right. That's Dahaka getting that one. Do they brush stock down here? Doesn't look like it for now. Is that it actually... No. There's the brush stock. It's just everyone's on top of each other. I didn't even see it happening, as they will go ahead and get the kill onto the Rhaegar. Delurker's trying to make their way out of here, and will they be able to do it? They're just mount. Oh, this is risky. There's the Stormbolt, and they're going to be Stormbow, and they're going to be able to get the kill right there. 3-0, as Insomnia has put the Pirates in their place. I thought I had something there, and I didn't. With the increased movement speeder, I can feed even faster. Radically dreaming. What's going on? Thanks for coming by. I apologize for not saying hi earlier. Either way, 6 to 6 in levels. We're getting closer to the 7s on the right-hand side. We do have a couple questing talents that are getting worked through. Uncapped, we do have that, oh my god, Unfurling Shadows for the Sylvanas, and easy way to remember that one is it's basically 0.5%, so half that number, and that's what her damage output is increased by. Stormbolt, or excuse me, Perfect Storm for the Muradin. We do have 89 souls on that Diablo, only 11 more are necessary for them to get that revive, and also just become a more tanky boy. 10 stacks on the Simple Geometry for the Hanzo here, as well as the, oh man, Chishi Regeneration? Yes. Is going to be 6 out of 10 stacks for the Dahaka. And then Lunar Blaze on that Tyrande sitting at 3 out of the 20. Going to be able to connect and make it 4 right there, as Emma Princess is a little bit low. They're going to need to back off, but they want to try and engage with this friendly team. Going to do a little bit of a wraparound here, try and get a butt bite onto one of these members. They do have Sappers crashing in this lane. The Lurker is going to get some decent damage out on the side right now with that, with the Thunder Stomp. Oh, that's not what it's called. Thunderclap, there we go. And a lot of members need to Hearth, and that is going to be just one Sapper making its way through, and they get the 1 tower. Double Altar Phase is going to be popping up here, and I think that's why we're going to be seeing French and Taki going back and making sure they're up full and ready to go for this next engagement. 8 to 8 in levels, 32 to 36 in core health. Altar spawning, 3 seconds. How are they going to play this? Currently going to have the Malthael going for the channel, and that's going to be Dahaka fighting them. But let's actually watch this fight down here as Wallison's a little bit low. They engage very, very far forward, and that look at that poison damage spreading to so many members. That will be the stun on the Mystic, and French takes the opportunity to try and get the kill, but Delurker steps forward, and they just killed themselves by doing that. Sir Stiggles is a little far forward themselves, as that's going to be Hanzo jumping over the wall. Really good combo coming out onto those arrows, getting the Stormbolt off, and then being able to flip around and get the Scatter Arrow right behind that off the wall. Jamster trying to step forward and get a tongue drag. Doesn't look like the connect, and French is very far forward, and Princess just turns around and is like, I might be able to take you, mister, and so they're going to be able to force that back, but this is going to be a double altar phase, both of them going over in favor for the members of Nsomnia as they go ahead and pick up 2 more members on top of the 4 that they, like, Nsomnia playing out of their minds right now as they have found themselves a bit far in this matchup here. About a level and a touch lead. They're going to start opening up bottom lane in their favor. This is a very fast-paced game and is very much in favor right now for Nsomnia. How will the members of Dread Pirates bring it back? I apologize, I haven't had talents up for a little bit here because just the fights have been so very good. I should actually cycle through some of the other numbers really quickly as well. Well, we have the opportunity. 10s are going to be approaching soon. That's going to be the overpower onto the Muradin, who gets cleansed as well. They're going to try and back out right there. Sir Stiggles not going to be able to get the damage that Val is looking for on that one. But speaking of damage, that Sylvanas, 24,000 hero damage. Not to be dwarfed, I mean, dwarfing is Vala by like 200 because she's sitting at 24,000 as well. And just, you know, it's about a 200 difference. And then we have that Hanzo with 23,000 themselves. We have an Apocalypse down this bottom lane. Starfall going to be coming out. Sylvanas goes down. Delurker is going to be trying to make their way back as MF Princess needs to get behind the friendly line. They don't have any sort of Ancestral just yet, and that is Muradin going down as well. French dives in further. 7 health on Sir Stiggles. Oh my god. I thought the Lunar Flare was somehow going to be able to connect onto her. I was like, that is terrifyingly low, but they're going to go ahead and get the Hearth right out of there while still losing 2 members. They're going to be back up for the single altar phase. And they'll have all their heroics as well. Vala, what are you picking? There's no way. Yeah, okay, this is Reign of Vengeance. I was like, there's no way we're going to be getting, oh my god. I can't think of it. Spinny shooty shot. that's what I'm just gonna call it from now on. I want to try and remember this off the top of my head before someone in chat says it, because I've got 30 seconds. It's not gonna happen. It's just not there. It's not Spirit of Vengeance. Oh, because that's Maev's basic ability. What is it called? I'm gonna feel stupid when someone posts it, and I'm just going to feel stupid. Either way, here's the invade right now. That's going to be Sylvanas with the Banshees forward. That is Muradin with the Avatar form as well. Look how much damage the Lurker has already taken. Ancestral Healing does go out. That's going to be Mystic so very low. Needs to get out of there, and French will be able to find a low Sylvanas. Hanzo with the arrow going to be connecting onto one of the members. As if you don't know, that Hanzo arrow, the farther it travels, the longer the stun will be. There is, I think, a cap on 2.5 seconds, but either way, that is a huge stun and a great pickup, and they end up getting the camp. They only lose their Greymane in that entire engagement. 1 to 10 in kills, as Sir Stiggles is trying to find a kill onto the Dahaka. Spinny Shooty Shot is the correct name for the heroic. Thank you so much, Radically Dreaming. I feel better about myself. I just want to call it that from now on. Battlejet going to be found in this bottom lane is going to be going down as well. Oh my god. It is bothering me. Like, it's all I can think about right now is what is Vala's other heroic called. Oh, and it's driving me nuts. I don't think I can, like, pull up her. Hold on. Let me see. I can't pull her thing up. No, I can't. It's not going to show me. Oh, well. Strafe, thank you. Thank you so much. Of course it's Strafe. I like spinny shooty shot better. Either way, let's actually get into this. We have a double altar phase coming up in the top lane area, 12 to 13 in levels, so they're going to be trying to push into this on the side of Nsomnia, and Dread Pirates are going to need to back off here. They're going to try and go for their own channel. Right side going to be the exact same thing. They might not have the invade or the poke onto this, so they're going to be able to get 4 shots themselves. 16 to 32 in core health. And they're starting to bring it back. Towers of Doom is definitely the one map that if we're gonna be bringing it back at any point, this is going to be the map for it. But look at that combo coming out from Wally as they're gonna go ahead and get a huge dive onto this. That's going to be Dahaka brush talking in, looking for a flank onto one of these members. Greyman, I also believe, used go for the throat right there, trying to get someone low. There's the Starfall getting in between this little tight corridor, and they're getting a couple members low. But unfortunately, the members of the enemy members or the friendly members are just having to cycle around so far that there's nothing to support the friendly team. You saw right there that Starfall zoned so many members out of... Oh my god, Wally should be dead, but look at the... Okay, there it is, and Diablo goes down, but they have all their souls, so they lose full souls, but they are going to be able to buy back instantaneously, and Bat Murray is going to be going down. That Starfall from Tyrande right here was so good because it forced a couple members to take a long rotation. If they actually walked through and just took the damage, a couple of those members I think might have been alive longer, but because they kind of lingered in this area for so long, that allowed them to get that pick onto the Sylvanas and to the Jaina, if I'm not mistaken. So they're going to be back up now, 13 to 15 in levels. This is a lot of good momentum and power spike for the members of Nsomnia. Are they going to be able to go beyond just this fort? Can they burn it down in time before the set? No, okay. So look at the conversion on it. It's going to be a triple altar phase. 15 potential shots in favor for the members of Nsomnia if they can pick up all 3 of these. That's the big thing. They have to split quite a few assets if they want to do that. But they're going to back off and do exactly what we see most teams doing. Going to go ahead and grab the Sapper Camp over here, try and feed this in, and that'll provide a... Oh my god. A few more shots, sorry. I apparently don't know how to drink tea without like needing to burp like 10 to 15 seconds after. This is just going to be the little bit of poke back and forth. Malthiel and Dahaka going to be trading at the top right and top left. 14 to 16 in levels. They're trying to take this fight. Ancestor Healing will be going onto Delurker, and they're stepping forward onto this. That's going to be the Shadow Charge from Wally, and they're not going to be able to find much more beyond that. Huge arrow from Hanzo. Nice. Follow-up from Greyman as well as the Apocalypse from the Diablo. They get 2 kills right there. No channel onto the altar just yet as they're looking to go ahead and try and feed in these sappers as well as get that altar. Hanzo with the Stormboat in the back of Murden. I used to be a Bronzebeard till I took an arrow to the knee, and that will be shots coming out from Tyrande right there onto the core. 6 core health right now. French going to be trying to step forward, make sure these sappers go through. Mystic was trying to lock them down. 1, 2, 3 go over, and that is going to put their core at 3 health. Question is, do they rush for boss and try and end? 3 members are down, and this is pretty telegraphed. They definitely know that they're rotating through up to boss. Sylvanas pinging it, Dahaka is showing, and let's see, can they make the defense? There's no even talent here. So Vala and Rhaegar are going to be super late to this fight. Bat Murray's so very low. That was a nice wailing arrow as well. And they're distracting the team a little bit, but that is just going to be the boss still fighting out. Last Rites goes on to the Dahaka, who gets the brush, or the burrow, and they're going to be fine for now. They're fighting over this point. The isolation goes out, and Rhaegar goes down. The shots go through. The GGs are out, and that's going to be game number 1 over to the members of Nsomnia. GG. Well played. Woo! Oh, that was a very good game. Battlejet on this Hanzo. French on this Greymane. This really does look like much more skilled gameplay than the previous matches. Well, of course, Radically Dreaming. I mean, we're in the heroic division right now, so we're at the top tier of Nexus Gaming Series, and we were just casting Division D, which it feels bad to say it this way, but it is the lowest. It's the lowest division in the Nexus Gaming series. So, and those people are playing more casually. They're playing for fun. They put together a team. They just want to compete a little bit here and there. And they're not scrimming. They're not doing all that kind of stuff. They're just some friends playing. Like a lot of the teams are just friends playing. When you get to like Division B, A, Heroic, I feel like you find more scrimming. C, you maybe get some scrimming here and there, but definitely in B, A, and Heroic, you'll see a lot more scrimming from players. Let's show some talents as I figure out what we're going to be going into for our next map, as I also need to remember who I need to message. There you are. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making notes here for myself on some of this stuff. Okay, cool. Alrighty. I'm sorry, my chat's hiding all that. Let's actually go ahead though. We'll pull it back over here. Hello, my friends, my beautiful, beautiful people. Thank you all so much for joining and watching this evening. If you haven't already followed the channel, please go ahead and do so. I do a lot of casting on this channel, typically Monday through Thursday. Sometimes we do streams on the weekend. Checking Twitter is probably your best bet. But yeah, I hope you all are having a good time. And if you want to support the stream in any other way, shape, or form, it's much appreciated. I don't take any of the funds personally. I use them back and put them into the stream, or we buy nice things for Bandit. So that's at least my whole spiel. Also, I do have a Discord that you can join where you can actually put some of your old replays. So like, for example, if this game goes super quick and I don't feel like being done casting, I'll maybe grab a replay. Baja hates his chat confirmed. What? Why would you say that? Why would I say that? Discord. And I also have a Twitter and a YouTube. So I'm being a lot better about it this season, about my making sure that sorry, I'm doing too many things at once. I just gotta set up the lobby. I have to change my little background thingy. I also need to update the team score because I didn't do that because I'm bad at my job. Okay, and then they're going to pick that, and let's make the lobby. But yes, I have I'm gonna be better about my YouTube VODs. So I've already set it up that basically the way that I'm gonna be doing this is invite to game. Where are you, Sir Stiggles? I will upload them the day after I cast them, and then I'm going to be adding them to the queue. So, like, for example, last night's games. Oh, you were hiding the chat. Oh, I got you. I meant, I was blocking talents with my chat in-game is what I meant, but I failed to convey at all. I need to swap a bunch of people around really quickly. Luckily, what my favorite thing is when these teams all use the exact same portrait, so I know who is on what team and on what side and all that kind of stuff. Like oh wait. As I'm saying that, I'm just like, wait a minute, I'm doing something wrong. There's someone who's wrong. Mystic needs to be swapped over for Jamster. There we go. Alrighty. But yeah, so if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, please do. All these VODs are going to be up there. I also have tons of old VODs. You can go back all the way and watch me potato cast in my old house where the sound is awful and I think my microphone was backwards. So, yeah. Oh, let me change to Captain. Whew, it is hot. Alrighty. But thank you all for hanging out. They should be using the same character but different portraits. I think actually there's someone who does that. Oh, see, now Jamster's just changing theirs. Why you do this to me? No, their whole team is changing their portraits now. Why? Because it's too... Oh, it's too... I said that it's really close in color to Mystics. And now they're all changing their... Oh, no, they're changing them to the map. I like that. That's some good synergy. I like that. All right, we're going to get going into this. We've got our game number 2. Let's jump in to our next game. We are going to the map that is...
Tomb of the Spider Queen.
I was very bad on that one. Excuse me. Thank you all for hanging out. Alrighty, let's go ahead and check out what we're going to be getting here when it comes to maps, because I'm sure you're wondering why we're on Tomb of the Spider Queen for game number 2. The members, we did it as True Neckbeards in Bush League. Oh, yes. Yes. Bush League, my favorite, seriously. I love the only league that I can get drunk while casting and people are encouraging it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into this draft here and this map picks. We had the members of Dread Pirates win the coin flip. They opted for first pick. That gave map priority over to Nsomnia. They banned out Cursed Hollow and Braxis Holdout. Sky Temple and Alterac Pass were banned out by the Dread Pirates. Towers of Doom was the first map chosen by Insomnia and won by them. They opted for first pick in game number 2 on the side of Dread Pirates, so Tomb of the Spider Queen is the priority map from Insomnia. Can they win it in 2 games, or will we be going into a game 3? This is the map where we're going to be finding out. I want to cheer for the Dread Pirates. I do too, because I want a game 3. But we are going to be getting an Ana Greymane ban out. French is not going to be able to play that. That will be the Anubarak and the Zeratul banned out on the right-hand side. Joanna and Tyrande instantly locked for Insomnia. No Diablo priority, especially on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Going to be wanting to go for the grouping onto the minions, and... They sent the mean Kael'thas to the Kael'thas player. Because I was wondering, I think they might have been trying to go for the Joanna for the grouping themselves, and that way they can get the fast clear with the Kael'thas. But that will be an early Blaze, and Maiev is going to be picked up with that as well. So a lot of good dive, a lot of good control. We're going to be seeing if they go main tank with this, or if they're going to be changing up their solo lane. Like the player who's on Blaze is their solo laner, but you can always swap at the last minute. Stukov will be banned out here, as he is an extremely powerful healer within these rotations. Decker Kane is kind of strong, but I would say Stukov maybe a little bit higher right there. And this is just going to be continuing. What do you ban out? They actually do need some wave clear, so maybe you take out that Jaina. Maybe you take out that Gul'dan. I feel like Gul'dan in the in the Heroic Division games doesn't get the priority that we see in other games, and Jaina is much more in that tune, so that is going to be the removal here. But that still leaves something like Gul'dan up and available. There is boss control with Horrify if you want to go with that. If you go Rain of Destruction, that's a choice. Not sure if you're living your best life at that point. No. What do we get? We also could see a Malthael for the solo lane into the Blaze if they just wanted to do that. There's the Gul'dan for the wave clear. Joanna's going to be strong with that one. And Leoric. I like the Leoric here. So it's going to be great wave clear from the Leoric. You're going to be able to have the Entomb for some good setup. And you're going to have the Starfall around that as well. Blessed Shield will be some setup into that as well. Gul'dan will be able to dump the damage within the confines of said Entomb. And then they blow them up and win the game. Or at least the engagement. Last 2 picks going to be coming out from the members of Dread Pirates. They have a Kael'thas, Maiev, and Blaze. They're going to need a main tank as well as a support here. Something like an Alexstrasza isn't horrible. They could also go to the Decker Kane as noted before. Strong in rotation-based maps. And it's going to be the Rhaegar again, but a Stitches. So they have the Hook and the Umbral Bind. There's a lot of things to pull so many members away. And with that, they're just like, all right, cool. We'll just pick up Medivh. We're going to go ahead and grab a support, and we're going to be able to, any sort of Gorge or any of that, we're going to have a portal for our friendly player, and they're going to get out just fine. I like that. The question is, can they execute it? Can they get the value they're looking for in this? I apologize. Bandit walked away. It's a little too hot in this room right now. I am sweating bullets. Love Leo. I agree. I agree with that quite a bit. I think the Leoric pickup is extremely strong, especially into the Blaze and the solo lane. The Medivh is a great response coming out from the Stitches composition. I think this is a really good... excuse me. I think it's just a really good, well-rounded response coming out from the members of Insomnia. And this is already our game 2. We're already going into game 2. It's been a quick one this evening, my friends. A very quick one. I hope you're all having fun out there. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Thank you all once again for stopping by. You bring so much joy to my heart. Thank you. I love you all. But we got ourselves a game. More importantly, Insomnia is all sustained damage. Whew. Can they sustain other damage? I don't know. Let's get into this. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Dread Pirates down 1 game in our best of 3 series. MF Princess is going to be on the Rhaegar, Delurker is going to be on that. Stitches, we're going to have Bat Murray on the Blaze. Sir Stiggles will be on the Kael'thas, and Mystic rounds at the draft on the Yrel. That's not Yrel! Hello, brain? Maev. I don't know why. I wish I could tell you the answer to that one. Taki, on his right-hand side, is going to be playing for the team of Nsomnia. That's going to be the Tyrande, played by them. French is going to be on the Gul'dan. We have Battlejet on the Medivh. Wally Snit's going to be on the Joanna, and Jamster rounds at the draft on this Leoric, who's going to be facing into this Murden. I guess we're still in the last game in my brain, apparently, as it's going to be the Stitches, not the Murden. I'm all sorts of all over the place this evening, as that's going to just be, it's a 1-to-1 in levels. We're just starting out. And we're going to be having Leoric already breaking off into the rotation into the bottom lane. What are we going to be getting for our main rotation between lanes? Looks like Battlejet is just going to be clearing out this a little bit. Already sitting at 4 stacks. Now, a big thing to note, if you don't know, these Arcane Rifts are lost upon death. So they're going to be trying to stack that up and not getting a death anytime early right now. That's going to be the Spirit of Vengeance going in. Mystic going to be getting a little bit of damage into a couple of the players right there. The other thing to note, too, is we have the Hungry for More, if I'm not mistaken? Yes. So we're going to be having the every 15 regeneration globes, he will be able to get 5 more base movement. So on top, like, so at 15 regeneration globes, I have this right, movement speed by 5% up to 20%. So he'll have a 9.44, no, God, I don't remember, it's 9.85? Something like that, movement speed. It's a very, very quick way to rotate through the lanes and potentially get some picks here and there and step up onto a Medivh, who maybe is not ready to catch you right there. But this is going to be the Bruiser camp on the right-hand side, picked up by a couple of the players. Let's actually go ahead and pull these. I just want to get this little bit of vision. Who doesn't have a questing talent at 1? Rhaegar doesn't. Rhaegar, the only one with without a questing talent at level 1, just not in the party right there. But this is going to be left side, going to be having the Bruiser camp going to be picked up. They'll be able to push that into the lane. Bandit just scared himself, and so he has to leave the room. Now they're going to be just moving with Mystic right now, and they also have this Bruiser camp pushing in through mid lane. Same thing on the opposing side that's going to be coming into this. That also will be 8 stacks on the Echo Corruption. MF Prince is so very low. Look at all that damage sitting onto them. They need to find a way to get some healing on. They should be able to get the chain heal onto themselves just fine. This was the portal forward, but they don't actually take it through. 4-4 in levels. Hook goes out, catches a minion. Jamster rotating up. Going to be trying to step up with the friendly team and get some extra clear, and maybe even get a pick here, as that drain health or that drain hope is really, really powerful. Maev going to get the Umbral Bind onto 1. That's going to be the portal for Wally. They're able to get right out of there, and now Gul'dan continuing to push out this top lane, grabs a few gems, and rotates right out of there. Speaking of gems, we can actually see the disbursement between a couple of the players, see who's holding the most and how they're kind of splitting. It seems like they're putting a lot on Maev, Stitches, and the Blaze, and they're just kind of whoever can get them on the side of Nsomnia. They're the ones who are just grabbing them. They want all the gems, and they don't really care who's the priority to pick them up. Stitches, though, is playing that front line and walking into quite a few. Wally's very low on mana, and they're still stepping forward into this enemy team. Gonna get that protection from the Medivh, and they also pick up those gems that were sitting on the ground, getting them closer to the 50 necessary for that first turn in. Gonna keep seeing Leoric making these double rotations into mid lane, catching up with the team. I like that. They aren't really, I don't think they're missing any experience from that either. I think that was just one of those, like, you saw a minion die there, but they were probably in range. Like, you could be quite far away and still pick up the experience from a dead minion, as we're just getting the vision right now for the members of I almost said Insomnia, but it's going to be for the members of Dread Pirates. They're just getting, they can see decently across the map. Leoric is going to be flanking in a little bit as well, and let's kind of do the exact same thing and show vision. It's a small map, so being seen by minion waves and stuff like that, and also scouting with the Sentinel, it's going to be very easy to scout out these enemy members here and there. But let's go back to our perfect vision where we can see everything, as we are going to be progressing a little bit further here. I just want to check. Medivh is sitting at 31 stacks. Ooh, they're getting up there. Medivh is definitely getting up there, but turn availability is up for both. Mystic trying to get 10 gems in right now. That's going to be denied for the time being. Battlejet jumps into the bird form. Gonna get one more Arcane Rift. Actually doesn't connect right there, still sitting at 31 stacks. We do have a battle below that's going to be between Bat Murray and Jamster. Seems like they're just kind of going back and forth. Oh, hold on, this is gonna be the step forward. That's gonna be the Umbral Bind, but I don't think it actually got the pull they were looking for. And they managed. Oh, Mystic just wants to turn these 10 gems so bad. And it's not like they need, like, they only need 9 on the side of Insomnia. They're really, really close when it comes to their turn. And Wally has, actually, they only need 3 more. That's going to be Taki's taking a lot of damage here, which I also believe I completely missed during the intros, and I apologize. Also, we do have the Joanna going into the subdue at level 7, so they are going to be trying to get the few members caught, or I think it's 4 members hit by it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 4 members with the punish, but that will be red turn in for now. Nsomnia going to be stepping forward. Looks like top lane's the priority. They're going to be pulling them in. That was going to be the Maiev getting some value. French is so very low as well. That's going to be the Condemned connecting onto a few. Web Weavers have descended into the lanes. Top lane is going to be pushed back a little bit here. And now we just kind of we kind of wait and see what value they get. Do they break off into mid? Do they try and go for some push pressure there? Bottom lane does have the Leoric still pressuring this out. A little bit of an experience lead in favor for the members of Nsomnia, but not too far ahead in that right. Moving down into the mid lane, or moving up into the mid lane, we are going to be having Mystic trying to defend this as best as they can, as it looks like it's just going to be... Yeah, this is the front gate going down. Top lane, save their front gate. It seems like the mid lane is really where they're going to get a lot more siege and value into this, but overall, between the two teams, we're not seeing a massive difference when it comes to the experience from all of that. Let's see. Realistically, if I'm sitting on the side of Nsomnia, I'm going to be watching turn-ins. They have turn availability. 80 gems sit between the members of Mystic and Friends, trying to get these turn-in. 14 gems on Mystic. They just want to get this chunk in so bad. Gul'dan will be grabbing this camp in bottom lane. We are going to be having Jamster just rotating through and making sure. Wally... No, they didn't have another... I don't think they had the shield glare, but they still stepped forward. Mystic was not going to be having it. Delurky and... Oh my god, all of the team is going to be here. Medivh rotates in. Hook goes out, so they won't have that for 16 seconds. Mystic once again trying to get the channel onto this. Medivh... Oh, it's going to be Taki with the bird. And the thing is, Medivh can sit here, so they can line that bird up real easy. That Sentinel is going to be an easy shot for the Tyrande player right there, as Jamster wants to deny Bat Murray from getting the turn, and they have denied them effectively for 3 waves because they're currently sitting at 89 gems in the bank for the members of Nsomnia. Excuse me, for Dread Pirates here, as we're getting close to our 10s. Can they get the... Okay, so that's going to be another stall for now. Pole goes out. French is taking a lot of damage. There's no turn-in going out to either side. We are going to be having 10 Talontiers almost simultaneously. Nothing too out of the ordinary when it comes to Talontiers. What is Stitch is going to be picking? I very much wonder. Arcane Rift was also finished by the Medivh, so they don't need to worry about dying anymore. Ancestral Healing will be connecting onto the Maiev. That's going to be the Leyline Seal connecting onto a few, but they don't have any sort of follow-up just yet. That's going to be a Putrid Bowel from the Stitches. No Gorge coming out this game, as they're just going to be getting some Vile Gas across this map, as Kael'thas will be the first kill of the game, and now Mystic and Mystic and Princess are going to be going down, and look at that. That's a lot of gems that were dropped. That's a whole lot of gems, and they weren't able to pick up any of them. So Bat Murray and Delurker are the only 2 holding gems, and that's also going to be turn-in availability in favor for the members of Nsomnia. This is really starting to go in their favor, as they're going to have back-to-back Web Weavers. Looks like French and Taki will go ahead and grab the camp on the right-hand side, and they'll have that for their Web Weavers. They can push this into mid lane because they'll have Web Weaver plus the Bruiser camp, as they also do know that they're on that Bruiser camp because it's still showing on map right now. They'll ping in just a second once they finish it out. There we go. So they know that a couple members are playing over there on that camp, so they do have a little bit of time to get the clear. Seems like, though, top lane is not the priority. It's all about mid lane right now. 11-11, 0-3 in kills. Kael'thas throws out the Phoenix. It zones them out for a little bit. They throw out with Flame Strike as well. Sidewall's taken out, and now they step forward. Well will be removed here because they want to get rid of that lane sustain. Checking on bottom lane really quickly. Jamster is just ignoring Bat Murray and saying, I just want to siege. That's all I want to do right now. But mid lane's where the fun is we do have our camp pushing in with the Web Weaver as well. They do have some spell armor during all this, as that's going to be the Putrid Bowel coming out from the Stitches, and they're going to be trying to get around a lot of these members and slow them down. They're aiming for a hook. That goes out. It doesn't connect onto anybody, unfortunately. And do they step forward here? They've got Jamster with that Leoric. That is going to be Leyline Seal, Starfall, Horrify, and the Entomb all up and available. That's going to be Leyline Seal going out into 2 in the top of our screen. Follow up from Tyrande right there. Entomb catches 1. That's going to be Stitches in a bit of a bad spot. Jumps into the bunker with the friendly player, but now they're in a bit of a rough spot as they're really far forward. Ancestral Healing comes out, and they are able to keep them alive. 40 gems sitting on the Stitches and going higher. They have basically the entire turn-in themselves. Actually, they need 1 gem. No, not even. They have the entire turn-in themselves. I added an extra 10 somewhere. As said before, caster math. 29 gems sitting in the bank, or 33 sitting in the bank right now for the members of Insomnia, about halfway to their Webweaver turn-in, but they're trying to do the exact same thing on the side of Dread Pirates. They're trying to get this turn-in with the mid lane Bruiser and open this up further. Can they deny this further? Will they be able to get 13s in time and just continue to force them across the map on the side of Insomnia, or will they get this turn in and start to bring the pressure themselves? We see the Lurker trying to get this turn in, but they're just scouting this out and playing these turn in points so very well. But once they start showing in mid lane, they should be going for some sort of turn in right now. Once they start to show to clear this out, they need to respond to it. Can they get... Oh, hold on. Blaze goes in the back line. A lot of good CC going onto Gul'dan, but they're going to turn this around. That's going to be the Entomb going out into quite a few. That will also be the portal out, but Gul'dan ends up going down the Starfall, keeping them inside of the Warden Cage from the Maiev as well, and this is just so many members getting low. Rhaegar goes down, so 1-for-1 Stitches is out as well, but Mystic dives in. They want to pick up all those gems. They have a little bit, but they go down as well. They lose all of theirs, and that's a whole chunk of gems going down. Nice, huge gravity lapse coming out from Kael'thas, who also puts that bomb out. Leyline Seal, though, from Battlejet. And Sir Stiggles is probably calling, just saying, you know what, leave me. Bat Murray, just leave me. I'm dead, but they make it out alive. Still have turn-in. They still have turn-in. Bat Murray, I believe, has it all on their own as well. 34 gems. They only need 32 for the turn-in right now. Woo! And they only need one wave of minions right now on the side of Insomnia to pick this up. Dread Pirates, Bible Thump, I agree. Whew. Sorry, it is extremely hot in this room. And I'm also smart and decided to drink hot tea. Brilliant. 13 to 14, 1 to 6 in kills. Red Web Weavers will be descending at this time. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other numbers, as these are going to be descending in lane. And then we'll take a peek at the talents right after that. Hero damage from Kael'thas, 33,000, and the Gul'dan just below with rounding up 26,000. See what they're going to be able to do. Third Web Weaver descending of this game, and third Web Weaver in favor for the members of Insomnia. Every single one is going over in their favor. Can they get more value with this one? Last one, we saw them get the bottom lane for it as well as the mid lane. See if they're able to get a little bit more than just this top lane for it. They've scaled up quite a bit. They're not 16 just yet, but it seems like they want to go for the clear before they go for the fight in this mid, because I'm looking at mid lane right now, so they're going to get Kael'thas and Mystic down here to clean this out. Leyline Seal coming out from Medivh. Are they? Portal forward. That's Maiev with the Warden's Cage. That's going to pull them back in. They actually get the double pull in. Blessed Shield going to be coming out as well. They're trying to chase this in. Lunar Flare as well. And that's the kill onto Kael'thas. That's a big pickup because the fact that is a lot of their ranged wave clear. Up until, like, you have Stitches now? Blaze, maybe? So this top lane is extremely healthy. 14 to 16 in levels. We're going to see the 16 Talontiers in just a moment here, as the purple wave will be coming out from the red Web Weavers, as they also get the Entomb. Future Bowels used. That's going to be the Ancestor Healing connecting, and the Horrify comes out as well. So many heroics used right there, and Stitches doesn't even go down as the hook goes out, doesn't get the pull onto one, and now they're trying to make this defense. They're trying to take this keep. Who is going to be able... Oh, wow. Nice Umbro Bind pulling in a couple members. Big protection status coming out from the Medivh right there, as the Orc will be just getting the Wraith Walk right out. They should be fine. Hook goes out. Do they have... no, they don't have the talents. They don't have Royal Focus or Ominous Wrath, so they're not going to be able to get the cooldown reduction or the extended range or the damage reduction in said Wraith Walk form. Wow. Yo, Richard Gear. How's it going? What's it like running around being super famous? Yo, Titans King, what's up? Taki, please. Taki, please marry me. Hope you're having a good night. Alrighty, Blue Web Weavers have finally descended in favor for the members of Dread Pirates. Their first one of the game, but this is what I was talking about in the Division D matchup earlier. Late game objectives scale quite a bit, so even if you've lost the first 3, this fourth one, 13, 14 minutes into the game, is going to be pretty strong. Can they get value with it is the question here. Let's actually pull away the talents really quickly, as French is going to be focused. They're going to force them back. Oh my god, the Iron Skin to block it from Wally. Just so on point. Stitches was definitely... You could tell that Stitches was lining that up quite a bit as well, but 16 to 17, and they're going to be sieging in through this top lane. They open this up quite effectively. Can they push in just beyond the front gate? Can they take the fort? Can they go in further? Gul'dan already showing, and in mid lane, gonna go ahead and get the clear onto this, so trying to deny as much siege pressure coming out from the members of Red Pirates. Oh my god, these hooks are just so close every single time. Mithril Mace is too good into Blaze Stitches. I agree. It's just, I was like, oh, like, Leoric should be able to get out of here. He has Ominous Wrath and Royal Focus, and then I looked at the talents, I was like, he doesn't! Leyline Seal goes out onto 1. Follow-up, Lunar Flare goes out onto 2. Warren's Cage comes out, that's gonna be the bunker as well. They're all being pulled in here. Rhaegar goes down. Do they get more? Horrify is going to be pulling Kael'thas into the enemy team. Maiev goes down as well. Sir Stiggles gets picked off as well. That is going to be a 3-for-none trade, as now they're going to be looking for the Stitches, who ends up meandering right out of there. Blue Web Weavers just end right now, and they're all rushing into top lane. Looks like they want to try and end potentially right now. 20-some seconds across the board from these teams, and this is a good example of what a team could do when they're just like, all right, let's end. Because I've seen teams waffle in these situations and they don't end up doing it. But this is a little risky. Taki taking a lot of damage. The Lurker ends up going down here, dropping quite a few gems, and now the team says, all right, let's spread out across this core, make sure we don't take massive splash damage. As long as our Tyrannus autoing, we also do have the protection from the Medivh, but this is going to be Rhaegar coming back, and Sister Healing's up and available. Maiev will be there as well, and Kael'thas on top of it. They barely take out the shielding. This is a nice jet propulsion forward, but unfortunately they do not get any more damage on top of the stun that they just found. Bottom lane got pushed out quite a bit, and this is going to be a very good start for the members of Dread Pirates, and you never know. They might be able to bring this back, but when it comes to gems at least, we're not going to be seeing a turn in anytime soon for either of these teams. Got about 10 to 12 rotations that these teams need to make between lanes before they could actually pick up enough gems for another turn in. Oh, this is risky. Who do we got vision for? Medivh goes in. Yeah, Medivh goes in. They might have been just checking it themselves on the side of Dread Pirates, because they really weren't showing on the map anywhere. Let's actually get vision for them, as we are going to be seeing that Leoric in top. They're going to be showing French and Taki in bottom. And this is pretty telegraphed exactly where they're going to be going. But the other thing to note too is that we're going to be having Battle Jet on this Medivh just floating around the enemy team and just being like, cool, like, if I'll let you know if they rotate into bottom lane, as they did definitely see you on minimap, but that's not something you have to worry for. Taki calling for end. I mean, there was a possibility to end right there, but no. I was a little surprised. I was just like, oh yeah, this is a good example about like when to end, because they did have 20-some seconds, but they weren't able to get that value. Now Boss is going to be shredded right now. Let's actually get vision for the blue team. I don't think they have any idea that they're on Boss. Maybe because they're not showing a map, they're going to be starting to move up there, and that will be Maiev pinging, but yeah. And they can see pretty much where the enemy team is, especially because the Sentinel just went out, and that's what we're going to be seeing on the map right there, as I'm trying to get a click onto someone who doesn't have a questing talent, and I don't think that's possible, so let's just hit Rhaegar. Oh. Leyline Seals, actually, we're going to focus right on them. Oh, Hook goes out onto Jamster. That's going to be Wraithwalk from the Leoric right there. They're going to be able to get out, and that's going to be Kael'thas going down. With Boss coming in, they're going to be trying to set up for the end. That also will be the 20 talent tier here in favor for the members of Nsomnia. They also have that Buried Alive, which we just saw a second ago. Delurker is a little bit low, but they're setting their sights onto the core. They want to try and end this time. Hook goes out onto French, and Sister Healing connects onto the Delurker as well, and they're now trying to work their way into this. No future battle for another 54 seconds, and Bat Murray is doing their best just to try and get the clear onto this, but the Boss is still very healthy. Hook goes onto Taki, and they're able to walk right past that huge tornado coming out from the Boss. Jamster a little bit low, but the core is a lot lower, as it looks like this is going to be the core falling and game going over to the members of Nsomnia. They take it 2-0. GG. Well played. Okay. Whew. All right, we're going to show talents, and we're going to jump into a lobby, and we're going to get ourselves an interview here in just a second. Nsomnia looking strong, I agree. All right, let's pull this back. Alrighty. This anymore? Hey, Instant French, how you doing? Thanks for coming by, bud. Make sure I don't have audio on for this. No audio. Okay, good. Cool. Alrighty, we're just waiting for one player to get in here, and we are going to be joined by BattleJet at this time. How you doing? Congratulations on your 2-0 victory.
Hey, thanks. Doing pretty good. That was a lot of fun. So
it was a very, very fun matchup to cast. So let's go ahead and back it up a little bit. Towers of Doom, first map, opening map. Typically not a map that we see a lot of teams play because they have always told me they just don't enjoy playing it, and it's just so rubber bandy and back and forth. Any reason you prioritize that as the first map?
I think it's just like a map that's, I don't know, we like enjoy to play. Like, just kind of like the style. It's a bit like odd with like the objective and the towers and forts. It's not just like pushing, it's like more so capping. So and there's a lot of like chokes to like work around and stuff, and the camps are just really impactful. It's just a fun map.
And, to be honest, I agree. Like, I think it's just a really fun map to be on and to play and also to cast. So I had a blast with that one. It was a really dominant game. Did it feel like you had a lot of momentum in your favor? Were you worried at all about anything coming out from their team, with Sylvanas maybe scaling or anything like that? Or did you feel confident in the driver's seat for a lot of that?
At the start, they were really aggressive, especially with like the Sylvanas and like the Vala. But as soon as we started to get like our talents online, with especially like 10, with like the Arrow and the APOC, like we could just take fights whenever we wanted, and we just had a lot of like control at that point. So
it was really great follow-up season because it was you would have like Tyrande with a Lunar Flare, you'd have Diablo with the Apocalypse, and then you would typically have Hansa with the Dragon Strike, and like I thought that was the Dragon Arrow, and that was just such a strong combo consistently to be able to blow someone up just like that. I really, really enjoyed that. Moving over to game number 2, not Infernal Shrines, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Was there any priority on this map because of the movement increase? Like, what was the reason for Tomb of Spider Queen? Because that, once again, is a map that I feel like some teams avoid because of how small and how kind of difficult it can be to end on that map. As we actually did have a good example of you all trying to end and it just didn't work out because of death timers, as well as just the way you had to work down the lane and waiting for a wave.
yeah, I think that's just kind of like another map that we like. Plays like a lot different than like towers. So pretty much we just had like the wave clear for like the setup of like the Gul'dan, the Johanna, and then just like Medivh to like just keep it safe. So our core damage wasn't that big, so that was like our biggest problem with ending. But as soon as we got like the boss, we just saw the opportunity for that. It was all good.
It was a great game. I'm trying to like think of other questions, but you all just it was such a strong showing from Nsomnia. Anything that you're worried about as the heroic division Season 7 continues? Are you looking out for any teams? Are you scrimming any particular, like, can you talk a little bit about your preparation for stuff like this? Because it seemed very well coordinated, shot called, and just overall it was a lot of synergies.
Yeah, no, we mostly just like we script like a little bit against a couple of other teams. I think only one other heroic, but yeah, it was more so we just kind of like play around. Today was just like a good day, I would say.
It was definitely a great matchup. Before I let you go, any shout outs that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Academy. No, but just the team. Thank you again for casting. Always a pleasure to have you cast.
Oh, thank you for playing the games. As I missed my mouth with a glass of water. Whoopsie.
Also, shout out to the other team. It was a lot of fun, and it was good games.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I can't wait to see you further down in the Nexus Gaming Series season, and you have a great night.
You too.